Godfather has already known all their plans, that this is the way they are going to plan it. In the first place, that they, to my own opinion, to my own suggestion, the way I think it, they told him to run out of the country. It's not that he just want to go and buy something. They told him to escape out of the country. Why is it that after some hours, before they now release the press, that they now release the news that the guy, they check it in the correctional center, he was there and all that? Why? They know what they're doing. But all I just believe is, this country, may God touch our mindset to do the right thing at the right time. The energy that Nigeria used to channel to other things, if we can channel it to let this country move forward, most especially in our judiciary, to make the judiciary look more better, it will be good. That's my own opinion. Thank you.
Influential. The whole of Bobrisky. How many is he? If he had no backing. And that is to tell us that some people can do and undo in Nigeria, nothing will happen. This is a clear indication that even our so-called, our senators and honorable anyway, they are engaged in all of these things. So the best thing they could tell Bob to do is to leave when he's supposed to appear. So what are we going to hear again if he had left and he was able to succeed in running away to wherever he wants to run to? This is a planned game. This is a planned script. Knowing fully well that a lot of things will come to limelight if he shows up. Now, you discover that he's been trying all he could not to be at the hearing, because definitely he knows that he might be asked certain questions and he won't be able to defend himself, or the fear of not wanting to publicize the name and the identity of his godfather. You see, when someone is trying to dig down into the system, I saw your post this evening where the federal government said he actually was in prison. But you can see how corrupt the whole thing is.
Yeah.
Today we'll hear President Tinubu talk another thing. Tomorrow, another thing he go do. Why? Because we are not rated. Why? Because they feel we don't even matter. So if a person like Bobrisky that is going to go to prison, that did not go to prison, allegedly, now is running away, don't you think this guy is trying to, I'm not concluding yet, don't we think he's trying to make a point out of what he's saying? Why is he running? Why is it that when he's supposed to be at the Senate for hearing, why is he traveling in a time like this? So that is to let us know that a lot that for the past 2-3 weeks we've been on this issue of Bobrisky, and nobody deems it fit to go and to put an arrest warrant on Bobrisky. That is to let us know that his godfather must be strong in Nigeria. That is to tell us that there is something in the political system. Somebody released a video during this period that we are not going to hear anything about this thing because it is Bobrisky that supplies some of these politician men to bench when they want to bench. So what are we talking about? So definitely, if care is not taken, we might not hear anything from this case. We might not hear the same shouts we have been shouting. We will still continue to shout. But we know deep down in our mind that our system is absolutely correct in all parastatals. So this is just a tip of an iceberg. If he had gotten his way today, definitely he might have escaped. Probably he didn't bribe his way enough, or those people just felt they want to be professional in their duty, and that is what we call for. That is what we want in Nigeria. A Senate, people that are in charge of making decisions, calling you to come, and you deem it fit not to come. Look at the woman that shouted upon King Charles in Australia, saying all sorts of things. Instantly, she was whisked away by security personnel. So these are the things we keep saying. They don't value anybody. They don't rate us. Anything that wants to happen should happen. They know we can't do anything. We only shout on social media because they know that social media is our strength. But someday, I believe that things will turn around in Nigeria. Thank you, sir.
All right, and thanks a lot, Mr. Chelsea Photograph. We really appreciate that, your submission. So one day, things go dey better for Nigeria. Make I carry my bag and my shoe. Make I go DJ Smooth. Maybe we go play music together now. DJ Smooth, I beg, scratch the turntable.
Okay. Well, thank you for that introduction. Sorry, no music tonight because we're talking something a little bit more serious.
All right then.
Thank you for having me. Here is the thing. Niger, we're in trouble, but we don't see it. We are very superficial. We're not really seeing the trouble, how deep it is. Bobrisky already said that the reason why he decided to go down the road or the rabbit hole that he is right now is because he wanted to make money. That it was easier to make money as a female than it is to make money as a male. It was very difficult for him. So he decided to work out something that would favor him. While he's making money, he's also being popular. You know, he's getting fame and he's also getting wealth. Well, relatively. But in that process, what he did was to also rope a whole lot of Nigerians, the powerful, the ones in authority and all the rest of them into that same rabbit hole. And that makes it impossible for them to come after him, even when he mescaphones, And but my fear, why I say Nigeria is in trouble, is that a whole lot of young people can see this play out. And they can see all of these shenanigans that he is up to and how he's able to get away with it. And they are going to copy such. So there will be a whole lot more people like him coming in the nearest future, if they're not already brewing somewhere. And that I am afraid of. Secondly, this guy has file on some powerful people. When I say file, it's like the FBI putting file on you without you knowing. So he's got file on some people that are pretty strong. And they are shivering right now. It's just like P. Diddy. So he is the Nigerian P. Diddy, if you know what I'm saying, with a whole lot of baby oil in his bedroom. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So there is a fundamental problem. And the bottom line is the hypocrisy of Nigerians. Nobody wants to say they're gay because the society frowns at it. Nobody wants to admit because it's a patriarch society. I am a man, But backdoor, they're doing all sorts, you see? They're involved in all kinds, you see? And it's a shame, that's the society that we belong to. Unfortunately, it is painful. Now, VDM said something. Initially, when he went after Bobrisky, he said, you can be whatever you want to be in your bedroom, in your house. That's your business. That's your problem. But when you bring that lifestyle onto the screen and you flaunting yourself, you see, then you are committing a crime because the law of the land says you can't do that. How then are you allowed to do that with so much freedom? There's a problem somewhere. So I got nothing against the boy. He wants to be a shim or him or whatever he calls himself. That's up to him or him, whatever he is, or she, whatever, you know. But the bottom line is that you cannot be breaking the law of the land with impunity. It doesn't make any sense. But again, people have said in this broadcast that Nigeria is a lawless nation. Everything, anything, and anything goes, including their mother and grandmother or whatever, goes. There's no risk to anything anybody does. It's a free-for-all, as long as you got, powerful people behind you, and then you can get away with murder. Only in Nigeria, and then some other countries, few countries that you can get away with murder. Unfortunately. So the guy, I don't know, I'm looking at it deeper than everybody else, The superficial thing is that he's trying to run. I don't think so. There is more to this thing. Is bad to the core, and it's going to bear fruit, evil fruits. And you're going to be talking about many more Bobriskys in the next few years. You'll see. That's where we're going. Unfortunately, I'll just stop now before I go too deep into things that you people don't want to hear.
I just called my friend, who happens to be an officer in immigration, to ask him if truly Bobrisky has been arrested. And he confirmed that yes, Bobrisky has been arrested and is in immigration custody. So I was asking him because of my suspicion, because this whole thing, this whole data, they are happening too much sequentially for an average mind to process. So I needed to get my facts right and my head straight to accommodate all the information that are coming to me. So I'm like, okay, tell me, how was Bobrisky arrested? And he said Bobrisky was trying to sneak out of Nigeria through Seme-border. And it is a practice of immigration to always check vehicles that are leaving Nigeria to get the faces of people that are leaving. And one of the reasons why they are doing that is because there are some faces that are in their watch list. Anytime that people are in their watch list are updated. So Bobrisky is a flight risk and was included in their watch list. And when Bobrisky was leaving, his normal features, his wigs and all of that were not there. So he was quickly picked. And because some of the arresting officers knew he had a case to answer on that same day, knew perhaps the reason why he was leaving the country. So he was apprehended. And he will stay in the custody of immigration for 1 or 2 days before he will be handed to the police. From where the police will decide what next to do with Bobrisky. So that was the length and breadth of what I discussed with my friend who is an immigration officer. So basically that's on the other end. So I asked my friend, because I was wondering why, you see, the data are so much. I'm trying how best I can package it for everyone to understand. So I asked my friend, I said, was he arrested privately? He said, no, the arrest was public. So everybody would have had access to the information of Bobrisky being arrested. I said, okay, that clears my doubt, an aspect of my doubt. Because before calling my friend, I was beginning to have very dark man in my suspicion radar. Because there's a whole big script being written for Nigerians. Because this Gabriel community, the population is bigger than we thought, or than we think. The population is very, 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 very big. And they are daily recruiting young people as far as our primary schools. They are recruiting. Please, before we even go further, let me advise you. If you have a daughter in an all-girls secondary school, remove her and put her in a mixed school. If you have a boy in an all-boys secondary school, please remove boarding school. Remove him and put him in a mixed school. Because this Gabriel community are targeting all girls secondary schools and all boys secondary school, small boys. That is because these gay community, they are recruiting young boys and young girls to recruit more, to indoctrinate that Gabrielic mindset in them. You might be having a boy in a boys' school thinking he has. Now, some of these convertees, they may not be born homosexuals, but over time, from dating with only girls, touching of breasts, fingering of bekusis, they begin to get the idea that same sex has more thrill than opposite sex. Trust me, what I'm telling you is verified information. The population of these people is bigger than what you think. I got a call from somebody who told me that the person in charge of the prisons in Lagos is a big problem. And the person is from the southeast. The person in charge of the prison of Lagos. Please confirm that information. If it's false, let me know it's false, because I'm only regurgitating what was told to me. And that the person has been running a scatter how this matter can be quashed. And people have been running away from the person. That about this matter, nobody wants to be part of it. And that godfather is also scared now that the matter has become bigger than it is. The godfather is pressing button, ensuring that this matter dies off. That was what led to the advert, because up till day before yesterday, it was arranged that Bobrisky will not appear at the hearing. Bobrisky will not appear. And that he will just sneak out, leave the country until when this matter dies down, then he will come back again. That was where he was caught and was arrested. Whether you like it or not, there is a fight between the power of light and the power of darkness. It is now time to ask yourself, where do you belong? Are you in light or are you in darkness? This evil that is being introduced into our society is something that we must stop. Now, trust me, I hate some commentators who say that I don't have a problem with your lifestyle, or I don't have a problem if you want to be gay. Me, I have a problem with it. I have absolute problem with it. I am 100% against it. It is wrong, and it is wrong. The penis is designed to go into the vagina, period. There's no such thing as it is how I am made. How? If that's how you are made, you're not supposed to have a penis. If that's how you are made, you're not supposed to have bekus.